Every history book told you the same lie. They told you that 4.5 billion years ago, a Mars-sized planet slammed into early Earth, knocked a chunk of rock into orbit, and created our moon. It sounds clean. It sounds simple. There's only one problem. The forensic evidence proves it is physically impossible. When Apollo astronauts brought back samples from the moon, scientists tested its chemical DNA. If the moon was made from another planet, it should carry an alien isotopic fingerprint. It didn't. The moon and the Earth are made of the exact same chemical flesh and bone. For decades, astronomers were trapped in a paradox. How could two different colliding worlds produce two identical bodies? In 2017, the math finally revealed the terrifying truth. Earth didn't survive that collision. Earth was completely vaporized. This wasn't a collision. It was total thermodynamic obliteration. When two worlds crash at 40,000 kilometers per hour with extreme spin, the rock doesn't just shatter. The energy is so immense that solid granite, basalt, and iron flash boil into supercritical gas. The two planets ceased to exist. In their place arose a cosmic phantom that humanity had never named, a Synestia. Imagine a structure over 100,000 kilometers wide. A giant, hollow, rapidly spinning donut of boiling rock vapor. It has no solid surface, no crust, no oceans. Just a churning furnace of pressurized silicate gas glowing in the dark void of the young solar system. For nearly 100,000 years, this glowing monster was the only thing in our orbit. And right inside its boiling clouds, something impossible began to form. If you could drop a camera through the outer atmosphere of a Synestia, the view would shatter your mind. The air you're looking at isn't oxygen or nitrogen. It's vaporized mountain rock heated past 3,000 degrees. As you plunge deeper, the immense pressure forces the rock gas to condense. It begins to rain. Not water, torrents of molten granite and liquid iron falling toward the center in glowing, apocalyptic waterfalls. This is the answer to the forensic paradox. The Synestia acted like a cosmic planetary blender. The atoms of the impactor and the atoms of ancient Earth were vaporized and churned together in this swirling furnace until every cubic mile had the exact same chemical composition. There was no Theia left. There was no Earth left. There was only the mixture. And from this single boiling cloud, two twin worlds were about to be born. Out at the cold fringes of the cloud, where space began to freeze the vapor, a solid seed formed. It was the moon. The moon wasn't formed in empty space. It grew inside the womb of the Synestia itself. It fed on the rain of boiling rock, growing larger and larger while sweeping clean the outer orbit of the cloud. As the Synestia radiated its energy into the blackness of space, the cloud began to die. Over tens of thousands of years, the donut shrank, condensing hundreds of trillions of tons of vapor back into a solid sphere at its core. When the vapor finally cleared, two worlds emerged into the sunlight: a molten, cooling Earth, and its twin companion orbiting just beyond. Today, nothing remains of the monster. The cloud is gone. The skies are clear. But the next time you look up at the moon, remember what you're actually looking at. You are looking at your world's lost twin. And every rock you touch, every grain of sand on every beach, was once drifting as superheated vapor inside a 100,000-mile donut of molten fire. You are walking on the ashes of an impossible world. Remember to subscribe and join us on the next journey into another